You're listening to the Board Game Snobs podcast, a ridiculous podcast with ridiculous hosts that discuss ridiculous things. And any mention of board games is purely coincidental. And so, without further ado, and with a heavy dollop of shame and embarrassment on my part, I give you the Board Game Snobs.
And go.
Welcome. Oh, go. I'm sorry, go.
He immediately forgot.
I
He
know.
immediately forgot.
No, don't.
Hold
worry.
on. Wait. And go.
Welcome back to Board Game
my
Snobs.
God. Oh my God.
This is why I
Jeez.
do it.
Jeez.
No,
All right, wait.
Start him over.
Wait.
Prep yourself.
Shh.
Prep yourself.
Try to get the first two words in your mind.
The tongue, the teeth, the lips. The tongue, the teeth, the lips.
Okay.
And
Oh my God.
I was going to do it.
God, you're so out of touch with what we're doing here. And go.
Welcome back to Board Game Snobs. This is Enrique.
This is Gabi, the host.
And this is the star of the show, Jerry, who you know because I'm wonderful.
Fantastic.
Yeah, really well. That was a great intro.
So Enrique, continue on.
That was a great 3 intros. Now you have to keep the ball
You have to
rolling.
keep it going.
Oh, now
Roll it.
I'm the one.
You're the host. You're the
I'm
host.
the host.
You're a host. I'm the host. You're a host.
You are a host.
So I would then be the co-host.
No, you're a host.
Okay, so what is this episode about?
Co-host implies a lesser hosting duty in my eyes. So we're all hosts. I don't believe in the whole co-host thing. That's like co-pilot. Everybody knows the pilot is the man. Co-pilot, he's like there if the pilot's dead.
He's back
So
up.
like that's,
Back up.
He's
Exactly.
a glorified flight attendant.
Oh, so it would be. I don't know who the host would be between you two.
I'm
We're
just
both
that
the host, but
I'll let you.
this
both
has
do
been,
that out.
Lindsay said, I'm the host, Jerry's the star. You know what? Yeah, you are the co-host.
I was going to say.
You know what?
You're doing an awful job
Yes.
right now. Both of you are too meta. Get to the point.
Shut up.
Roll this.
I
Tell
don't
me
even know
what
what
to
the
do.
point is. You said you had some topics.
I have topics.
Exactly.
Let's get to them.
Oh,
Topics.
oh,
That's my
good.
intro. Since I don't have an intro to that. Hot topics.
I do need a new black shirt.
What's that?
Hot Topic?
Oh, please.
Store in the mall?
I know. Why are you beating
You
that
don't remember
joke
that?
to death? Everybody remembers that.
No, they don't.
Yes, they
Enrique,
do.
you know what Hot Topic is? Have you ever been to a Hot Topic?
It's like a clothing store.
Were you
isn't it?
Oh, so
were you a
do know
goth?
Hot Topic.
Like
Is that where the goths-
Didn't you guys have
I
one?
went
like over
golfing
here?
every other Thursday.
Gothing?
No, I'm sorry. That's another
I just
place
teed it
that I'm
up.
thinking of.
What?
What do you do? What?
What?
Did you know when Bill Shakespeare, the first man to receive the Pfizer vaccine, died in 2021? One Argentinian news channel got confused and announced the death of one of the most important writers in the English language. They thought he was William Bill Shakespeare. How's that possible?
Bill Shakespeare?
Do you think any William Shakespeare's buddy called him Bill?
Maybe. You don't
What's up,
know.
Bill?
Bill?
I do. If anyone has a name that can be shortened and or nicknamed, I'm that guy. That might be annoying. Except for you, Enrique. Sometimes I always call you Enrique.
I just have various nicknames. that
What is one
people
of your
just-
nicknames?
Toast?
Yeah, Toast. Ricky
Okay,
K.
now you say that, but you never actually call him Toast.
It's in my phone.
It pops up. You like
When you-
very very.
Like I would just
rarely.
call you Ricky if I was
Yeah,
a short name.
Ricky K.
Ricky K.
What's another one?
What? I don't know any of that.
Which
Henry-
is what
like
Enrique
Henry,
is, Spanish for.
Rico. I've been called Rico before.
Oh, my favorite. My little girl, when she was born, they couldn't say Enrique, so Kea always called him
Ricky-
Ekray.
Egray.
And so, they have Ekridge sausage.
Uh-huh.
To this day, it's Ekray sausage.
Even his Jennifer calls me that.
Everybody
still.
calls him Ekray.
Ecre sausage. That works. That's a good, legitimate beginning of a nickname. Oftentimes, it does come from what small children call you.
True. Very true. There's very stupidly named grandparents everywhere that are Meemaw and Pawpaw and Ging. Oh, yeah, all of them. They're all awful.
What about Jerry?
What about it?
Do you have nicknames?
Do I have a nickname? No.
You have a nickname. Has anyone ever called you anything
Jerry
other
is a
than
nickname.
Jerry?
That's not my real name.
What's your real name?
Gerald Witherspoon III.
Gerald
I
Witherspoon.
think like either my parents or someone gave you like Jer Bear.
Yeah, that's kind
It's
of
a weird name.
That's kind of like a Care Bear thing.
Yeah,
though.
which is
It's
quite
kinda weird.
quite off-putting to be.
I don't really have any
honest.
cool nicknames when you're this level.
Was Reese without or with her spoon?
I see I'm going to have to carry this episode. According to the emails we got from one Beth Meyer,
There you go.
she says, y'all, I love you. I like that she put y'all because I often say y'all.
Don't we all say y'all?
No. Is y'all or you all?
Nobody says you all.
All y'all.
All y'all. Nobody says you all. Who says you all?
There's a lot of people say
That's
you
like
all.
literally y'all. Why would you say you all when
Because
there's
it's
y'all?
specific. You all is a group. Y'all is just a generalized term.
Y'all is the contraction of you all.
All y'all is different than you all and y'all. She says, y'all, I love you, which means she loves y'all, meaning y'all.
Is that including Enrique?
Did you just hear me? I said y'all.
Okay.
It's like having conversations with friends. We're sprinkled in with some talk about games. But most importantly, we are just having fun together and having wacky conversations.
We do like to have fun here.
I am tough. I am a tough audience, but you all, not y'all, but you all have
that's
me
how y'all.
laughing out loud. Thanks for the joy you being into my life. Also, please bring back the Brit. Who's the Brit?
Could be anybody. Richard Simpson put out a podcast the other day. Do you know that?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like, what?
What is that?
I thought he was.
What happened to him? Is he out? Funny, because that implies that he was in jail. You shouldn't explain your jokes. Andrew Jack.
You just-
Hi, Snobs. My wife
Hello.
and I
Hello there.
love your work. I put that in quotation marks. You helped us laugh our way through some pretty tough times. Aww. I don't know what
Tough times could mean a lot.
could that be? Because it's like that they were
could be a
changing a
lot.
tire and they were listening to us.
Or like death and destruction.
I think we saved their marriage.
Could be. Could be. We're glad you're still together, Jack.
I am. Yes,
Andy Jack. See, I'd call him Andy Jack.
Andrew. Would you just call him Drew?
Oh,
Jack.
Andy. Nobody.
Drew,
no,
Drew Jack
no,
sounds
I don't
weird.
do Drew. Anytime there's an Andrew, you go Andy. Sorry, Drew Horsley.
Drew is awesome.
But see, I call him Drew Horsley because I didn't see that his name was Andrew Horsley. Like, it's just straight up was Drew. So I would go and Jack.
I would go Andrew. Yeah, Andy Jack. That sounds better.
Like Sandy B. Or Sandra Bullock.
I like when people do their Google email and they have their picture and you can see their picture.
You see a picture of him?
I do. He looks like his picture. It's on my phone. My phone's very weird because it minimizes everything, so I can barely see it. But he looks like a very surprised Isaac, the guy of Star Wars.
Asimov.
No, Star Wars. Stupid.
Isaac. Who's Isaac on Star Wars?
Dameron Poe.
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac. He looks like a very surprised Oscar
You called
Isaac.
me stupid just then.
What I said? I
And
said
you didn't even know.
I did not.
You called me stupid.
call
Don't
you
think,
stupid.
don't think I
Yeah, you
didn't
did.
catch that.
Did I call you stupid?
He called me
called-
stupid.
You called him stupid.
Oh, you said Asimov. You are stupid if you think Star Wars and you say Isaac Asimov. All right, we've been always hanging out for our next episode. You spread a lot of happiness and occasionally chaos, all the way from Ontario, New Zealand. I don't think that's a place.
Oh, yeah.
Is that where they shot Lord of the Rings? And
New Zealand, yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Oh, I got right up on the microphone. My bad.
Yeah, get up on it. He says, something about into microphones have made a lot of people's lives a little better. Looking forward. P.S. You do fine work with the audio.
I do. I've been doing lots of good stuff.
You do a lot of good work with that audio.
Thank you.
I think most people who are audio people they listen and they really like the sounds that you do. I don't know why, because I can't hear.
There's something like right now. I can hear something tingling.
Enrique,
It's not me.
Enrique's touching
just
stuff.
tighten up all of your stuff.
Enrique,
like,
please.
It's over there.
I'm not touching anything. What is that?
it's that. There it goes.
my
and
mic.
it just went.
I was going to say I hear it over there.
But now adjust it towards your mouth.
It's fine.
As
I'm
microphones
sorry.
operate. There you go.
I'm gonna use that Patreon.
Fly by night operation.
My microphone arm is very
We need a
weak.
boom arm.
It's a boomer.
Boomer.
Just finished. This is from Joe Aguayo.
He's just finished. He's from Finland.
Aguayo?
Joe Aguayo. Yes, my fellow half Chilean brother. Yes.
No, another one.
Another one.
He says his wife is constantly yelling at him, "Babe, these guys on the internet are wrong about games again."
Agree to disagree.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Try Carnegie and Chaos Order and come back at us.
I don't know what he's talking about. I've yet to be wrong that I can recall. Either way,
I recall many times.
I appreciate all that our fans do for us. Mainly, they listen to us.
Send us platitudes.
Yes, that's what I like.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate emails that encourage me to be...
Like, you don't know, like, literally, I open email and just hope we've got an email from a listener. Because that boosts my morale, my self-esteem, everything. Like, that gives me reason to continue breathing.
My mother sent me a Facebook message 3 weeks ago. I've not read it. Matter of fact, I probably reported her to Facebook. I check our email like 8 times a day and respond to listeners' emails. That's how much I love our Patreoners. More than my mother is what I'm trying
I noticed
to say.
on those Patreons, it's like, you want to send a message? Have you sent any of them a message?
I have. By the time this comes out,
Okay.
I will have sent... I'm going to start a newsletter, I think. Ricky, that should be something you should help us with. You could dictate a letter. You do that talk to type, so you don't have to have... I know your hands are so small, you can't hardly text with the phone. You type, so you could just text to type, talk to type, and talk, and then we could send that out as a newsletter to our listeners.
I'd rather have more difficult time typing than actually talking.
Well, just talk. You can do that, and it'll type.
How well
Talk and type.
Talk and type works very
It's like
well.
a speak and spell.
Yeah, but how well has my speech just been fluent?
Your speech is very fluid.
How well has your speech been fluent? In that sentence alone, not so much.
See?
I think that
I like how you're trying to encourage me while Gabi's literally teaching
Keeping
me.
it real.
Gabi is
I keep it real.
frustrated with his own self, and so he's trying to
Gabi's
pass
always
his
frustrated
toxicity onto
with
you.
himself.
Have you
That's
noticed
true.
how he's
That's true.
always hating on you?
That's true.
How he never listens to you.
I listen to it all the time.
He doesn't listen.
I did listen. That's how I know he said
he
I
doesn't
keep it
hear
fluent
anything.
as well.
He doesn't
I'm
hear
pretty sure
anything.
it's both of you, but
Doesn't pay
That's
attention.
true.
No, I
Thank
take
you.
it in all. I
Thank
take
you,
in
Enrique.
everything. I
He
hear
does
everything.
not.
I know everything.
There he goes,
That's
playing
why
with the
you're
microphone
stressed
again.
like 24/7.
Exactly. Thank you, Enrique.
I'm what?
Hey, Jerry. I had a dream you died the other night. And it devastated. I woke up devastated.
How did I die?
1 minute we were there. It was me, you, and Bubba. And then as dreams go, next thing I know, like, you're gone. And Bubba's like said, I always told him he drinks too much coffee. He was always drinking so much coffee. That coffee, it was too much on his heart. And he was stressed out, his job and his work. And I was like, and I was thinking in the dream, I was thinking, I got all these freaking games. Who am I going to play these games with now?
I know. You can't replace me.
And it did. But I like, that's one of those situations. I literally woke up from my dream in a funk because I was like, God dang it, Jerry's dead.
If I died, yes, you'd have to keep the podcast.
What would I do?
You'd have to keep the podcast
What would
going.
I do though? Enrique can't even drive over here. Do you have your license yet?
No.
If Jerry dies, you've got to get your license, Enrique.
All right.
You need to put that in your will.
I
don't know how that would affect him or how a will can enforce him.
If it's a will, I have to do it.
That the state of Oklahoma issue one Enrique Sriracha Zamora an honorary driver's license.
You need an honorary driver's license.
All right.
Yes.
Have you ever driven a vehicle, period?
Just like a little bit.
Like around the block?
Yeah.
Your dad's car, van?
Like just
You
like
got
from
them.
Christina's house,
Like,
from my house.
P
Yeah.
is for park, R is for reverse.
Like I can reverse a car. It's no problem
Oh,
for me.
yeah, look at you reversing cars.
Yeah, it's no
Look,
problem for
up,
me.
down, flip it.
N for neutral.
A neutral
D. What's for D stand for?
drive.
What's the 1 stand for?
I actually don't know that.
First gear.
First gear.
It's 3 gears, 2 gears, 1 gear. If you leave it in 1 gear, it's gonna go. If you shift to second, it's gonna.
Oh, if we're on gear, yeah, like gear shift now, like yeah.
Well, no, but even the manual, even the automatics have
Yeah, but
PRND 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, but I feel like they don't really. You don't use that for the automatics as much as
You
use
don't.
for
You
the
only
manuals.
use those when you're like on a steep hill. You need to take it down where your car don't shift into high gear, and you still have to use
Oh,
ride
no,
the brake.
I've never thought about that.
Because if you ride the
So-
brake, your brakes will burn out, and you just end up going downhill.
Since
and
he's deciding to
crashing.
trying to teach you to drive, I've looked up a questionnaire that is commonly used to test people on their driving knowledge and to help them pass driving tests. I will
this
now
is gonna
ask
be a
you.
complete failure.
So
You can do this, Enrique. I got
here you
it.
go.
Very well.
I believe
It's
you.
multiple choice.
Okay.
So you're driving your vehicle down the road. A young child makes eye contact with you while standing on the sidewalk. They make a motion by pulling their hand up and down as if to indicate that you should honk your horn. Do you A, burst into tears, B, talk ad nauseum on your podcast about the stressors of your job,
As if they don't exist.
C, defecate in the bushes down the road next to a fireworks stand,
As if that's necessary.
or D, open the glove compartment and take Imodium so that you can avoid using public
I
restrooms.
do that at night instead.
I'll go with the extreme option C.
That is incorrect. So, either way, that is a skill you should do with your lock picking endeavors and now get a driver's license.
All right.
Let's set a goal that by the end of this year, 2022, you have at least
Look at him caressing that
got.
microphone with his hand.
If you don't,
I can't.
That
I
mic,
can't
please stop
it.
touching the mic that way.
I can't.
been caressing
it's
it?
like
You've
it's,
been
it's
stroking
like
it?
an unnatural
Just
thing that
please,
I don't control.
Okay,
Can
I'm
you
gonna take
just
it.
put it out?
I'm gonna
Put
take
it out.
That's my
There you
mic,
go.
actually. That's why is it sweaty?
It's
Your
been,
hands are
Always
very
sweaty.
sweaty.
Yes.
been molested by Enrique.
That you get a driver's permit by the end of the year.
That's a go.
Just a
like put that
permit.
on your bucket list. Do you have a bucket list?
What if? Okay, so you have a month. You're going to die. What's the things that you would do? What would you do?
I wouldn't really know.
Skydiving.
No, please. You wouldn't get the oh.
Like,
What would you do?
When you say skydiving,
Yeah.
that sounds so.
Oh my god.
The microphone
Oh my
fell out of the
God,
handle
Jerry.
because your
Jeez.
sweaty hands.
Now it's
I've been
because
keeping it
no,
lubricated.
he had it, and then you
No,
are now touching it.
No,
Like I had that thing perfectly set in there,
Please.
and now you're touching it.
you're
So
not.
if you knew you had, let's just say 6 months, and you had money was no object, what
Which
would you
is it?
do?
Like,
What would you do?
I wouldn't know. Just anything that would just kind of pop up or whatever.
Whatever
someone-
pleases you at the moment.
Yeah, like if someone suggested something, it's like, all right, let's go.
I would travel the world and
I'm
make
more like my father.
wonderful TikToks with wonderful music, and like they're like, oh, like this guy's life is a movie, and they're like, no, he's dead, bro.
Like for me, I'm like my father. You just pop out ideas, and if I say no, and then it's like, and if it's something clicks with me, we'll do
Is
it.
there any place you want to travel to? I know we did this like two podcasts ago, but you still interest me. Your lack of interest interests me.
A place to go. I had like one desire to go to Japan, but
One
like,
desire.
One desire.
yeah, like
I love that band. Like,
Jerry, what is something on your bucket list?
I live my life to the
One
extreme.
quarter mile at a time. That's the way I do.
It's like there's nothing on my.
You don't have nothing you want to do.
I have lived such an interesting and fulfilled life. It's hard for me to think of anything that I would want to do. Like I don't know. No doubt there'd be some extreme things.
this is
Okay,
why you
so
took
go
me in.
on.
This is why you
Like
took me
what?
in.
Let me think. Well, like if I got 6 months to live, I would do something so radically stupid, like so extreme
Like
I tried to sneak into like the Vatican or Area 51 or something like that, or just like I'm sure it'd be something like I drive by and think, I wonder what's in there, and they're like, well, you can't get in there. I'll be like, oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
we're gonna
you ain't
see.
the boss of me.
And I would try just to do it, and
would you go up into space like Bezos? Would you do that?
yeah, I would take out a horrifically large loan, and then when I'm up there in space, in the stratosphere,
Floating around.
I'd be like, you do know, like, I'm gonna die. My estate is worthless. So it's like,
You're like, this is a hot check.
I know, like, when we land, you know, William Shatner was crying about it.
Prepare to be upset.
But y'all gonna be really upset. Like, I got an old Toyota Camry you could have.
Good luck cashing that one.
Hey, Bezos, I was an Amazon Prime member faithfully for like 12 years, man. I was there on day one. So, yeah.
I would love to do that, but I would be absolutely terrified, and I don't think I could actually do it.
Oh, I'd go in space in a heartbeat.
Although, if I knew I only had 6 months to live, like if that was a definitive fact, I think I would do it.
Now, we've had this conversation before.
What?
This conversation right here that I declared how irritating it is when I hear people say, I would never do that, but if I knew I was going to die, I would do that. And the fact is, that's not the case. You will be just as cowardly then as you are now. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I won't.
Yeah. That I'm just saying, is that you'd have to be
Like my personality is not going to suddenly change.
Yes.
I mean, oh look, this guy's a skydiving, cliff climbing,
Yeah. That's not
bull riding,
it's not how it goes.
chicken riding.
What's with you riding chickens? Like, you got to get off this chicken kick.
Yeah,
okay?
it's really weird.
get off
Like,
this chicken
I think I've heard chickens at
poultry
least
in
5
motion.
times.
No, stop it.
keep
There
it
are
going.
no good. You're just mad because you never got your backyard chicken game. Did it come in the mail
It
yet?
has not yet, but it's on the way.
Okay.
And by the time this is out, it will have been here.
Okay.
And if not, I will edit in right now and say it is not still here.
Well, that's good to hear.
I mean, other than this is my thing. Having just been to Miami 2 months ago, I love the idea of being in places, traveling, but I hate actually traveling. It's a freaking nightmare. It's a pain in the butt to sit in the airport, wait for your freaking plane that may or may not show up on time. You're uncomfortable. You're surrounded by strangers. Every person you wonder, is this the person that's going to blow up the plane? Whatever is going to happen. Is the plane going to go down? Am I going to make it? Like, I hate traveling.
I've never had that.
Once I'm there.
That's a lot of stress you're putting on yourself, man.
Once I'm there, then it gets to, do I have all the conveniences I have of my home? I have my wonderful king-size Tempur-Pedic bed I sleep in with my perfect pillow.
Wait.
I hate going to places that is not that. Going to BGG, sharing a bed with Bubba, absolute nightmare.
That's great.
Absolute.
It's not that bad.
I can't handle it. I'm too old and soft.
I've shared a bed with Bubba.
I think
And I
probably
have
too
woken up.
soft.
We were so, it's such a small bed. We're large men. It just wasn't comfortable.
I have slept in the same bed with Bubba at many of conventions, so much so that at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I can wake up and hear him typing on his laptop and know, is that Java? No, that's Python. He's coding in. So there. I know. So it sounds like to me, your enemy is
And besides,
comfort.
at least you
Comfort. No, my wife said this. She said, as long as Gabi is cool, as in temperature-wise, comfortable, and clean. Those are my 3 requirements. If I have those 3, I'm good. If I do not have one of those, if one of those is missing, I am not happy. I'm not comfortable.
So, like I said, it's like perfection is the enemy of good. Comfort
Yeah,
is the
kind of.
enemy of any
Adventure.
of anything. Like
Living life.
Yes, like that's what. Yeah,
Like, see, like I don't think in my mind, as much as I would like to travel to somewhere in Asia, far away, the Maldives, go to those islands and stuff. You know how much discomfort I would have to survive just to get there. Now, once I'm there and I've paid my thousands and thousands of dollars, I might have some cleanliness, comfortableness, and coolness. Maybe. Hopefully they have air conditioners. But those are my 3 requirements for wherever I'm at.
So, what's the point of going to those places?
The beauty, to look at the view.
You can look at pictures. You can look online.
It's not the same in real life. Don't be
I
foolish.
actually have to agree with him on
Okay.
this one.
He has to agree with me.
No.
It's like going to the Grand Canyon and saying, "Oh, here are some pictures. It's the same." Don't be foolish. It's not the same.
No. I'm making a point here.
I know your point.
No, you don't.
You've told me your point. I don't get the thing with traveling just to look and sightsee.
Actually, well, I'm kinda
No.
Okay, maybe it's a different point. Go ahead.
It's the experience. You don't like the experience because
What's the experience, though?
the experience is the sensations. It's the getting there. It's the challenge. It's the adventure. It's the
No,
people.
I want to be there.
I know,
I don't
but-
want to get there.
I know.
I want to be
So
there.
the problem is,
so
Give me a transporter beam. I'm good to go.
but you don't want the experience.
I want the experience of being there.
No.
As long as I'm
But
clean.
the people who travel, they don't
comfortable.
travel to be there. They don't travel to go look at stuff. They travel for the travel. It's the experience.
Nobody wants to be on a plane for 12 hours.
The people
it's-
who travel for the experience.
It's not really about the travel for like airplane. That's just it's kind of like a commonplace thing. It's mainly the place, the destination that you're going to, and as soon as you get there, then traveling to the destination that you want to be at. It could be slight difficulties, meaning maybe you might hit a couple of bumpy roads, but overall, end all, you'll
Right.
still reach your end goal.
The people that say enjoy the journey, not the destination, fools.
No.
I want to enjoy the destination.
No.
But you,
I wanna get
but you're
there.
robbing yourself of the destination.
What am I missing? A plane ride?
No, you're missing
No, the funnest thing I've ever had was traveling 19 hours on an airplane to go to the middle of nowhere in Poland and Czech Republic, sleeping on somebody's couch, losing my luggage and having no clothes for 3 weeks, having no idea how I'm going to get around, sleeping on somebody's couch, and having
That was a young Jerry.
eat, and I would do.
Would you still do it today?
I would do it now because I don't need to be comfortable all the time. It's the experience and the people and having a story of things that went on that is not the destination. Going and looking at something is going and looking at something. It's getting there.
I enjoyed Miami. I enjoyed sitting on the beach looking at the ocean. I did not enjoy getting there or leaving.
But you're not.
but like you.
You're
Comfort.
telling me what I can enjoy.
No.
I
I'm not
enjoy
saying
it.
what you can enjoy. I'm saying is that
It's the hardships that make it worthwhile.
I'm not a traveler. I'm not a traveler. I'll tell you that. I'm not a traveler. There's places I want to see that I think are beautiful. I just want to see them with my own eyes instead of pictures or Instagram or TikTok.
So you want to go to a place without any hardships.
Yes, please. Thank you. Please and thank you.
I'm with Jerry on this one.
Yeah, I mean-
And-
Why do you want hardships? That makes no sense.
I say this.
you not-
You want to be stressed out?
No. I say this from this is going to be
Oh, here we go.
kind of
Yes.
weird.
Go
No,
ahead.
say it.
I have
Please. I love weird.
I haven't been interested
I
in
love
anything
weird.
you've had to say in a long time. I need to hear this. Go ahead.
Shots fired, Enrique.
I don't have the experience that he has where it's real life. I have mine.
Yours has
through-
been fake?
PlayStation.
Yeah, mine through the digital world.
Carmen
I
Sandiego.
felt that before, of where I'm fighting against an enemy.
Wait,
When you no, Gabby, listen. When that Doom music sets in, when you hear that song start playing and that dragon flies down and you're at the edge of Skyrim, what's that place called?
What?
White Claw,
I thought-
and you got to fight Asmaroth or whatever,
Yeah,
and
like-
you've got Aragorn's
I
there,
really thought
and the
Enrique
dwarves.
was fixing to say something like, but are you talking about a video game?
Yeah, like video games.
You got
in
a
general.
full Shradu and the blow
Yeah,
the
like I'm
thing.
serious.
Yeah.
Like
You
this is
don't
what I mean
understand
by
it.
this.
150 hours of.
This is why I
So
said this.
you're saying.
You got your Turtle
Well,
Beach
let-
headset on.
Jerry, be quiet. Let him finish. Jerry, stop.
I'm sorry.
Jerry, Enrique, finish your thought.
But I all I'm saying is that I understand what he's saying, and I relate
But
to
you're relating it to a video game?
it. Like hardships and journeying to the place that you want to be at. Yes,
He doesn't know, Enrique.
So
He doesn't know.
He does.
He's never clutched it in Call of Duty, obviously.
I
He
most
doesn't.
definitely have.
He's never have. Oh,
So you're relating the travel hardships of Jerry to fast traveling on Tomb Raider or Skyrim?
like I'm just saying.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
it's
So,
not any of those.
I
any
really
of those.
thought Enrique was fixing to drop on me some
No,
deep heartfelt knowledge of his travels to Belize.
No.
But no, he
No.
went to Skyrim.
look. Barcelona's beautiful, but have you played No Man's Sky?
I know.
I'm sorry. Stop. Okay.
Have you seen Tatooine on Fallen Order? Enrique.
What?
I
Okay.
get your point.
No, see, like, this is my thing. This is it. Social media plays into this crap because everyone on social media posts like they're living in some freaking movie or their life is so exotic. It's like, no, I know
those are
you're
filters.
I know it's filters, but I also know, like, it's all fake. And every place you go to, like, they have like this. It's a meme thing of like Instagram versus reality. And reality is always like thousands of people are at this spot because it looks pretty on a camera. I know that's bullcrap. I don't want that. I do, however, I would like to go to the Grand Canyon and look at it with my own eyes. I don't want to have to drive the 20 hours or whatever it is across the Amarillo nothingness that is West Texas to get to the Grand Canyon. I just want to be at the Grand Canyon. I don't want to travel there. In a car. Do y'all not understand this?
I understand it. I have traveled that route many times.
Have you gone to the Grand Canyon?
No, but I've gone through Amarillo and over there in Mexico and up through
See,
Colorado.
we went to Wolf Creek, Colorado. Beautiful. I love skiing.
But-
I love
but
skiing in
you're missing-
Colorado.
everybody
but
knows-
I don't want to drive and be cramped up in a car. It's
But
miserable.
you're
Just
not-
put me there.
No, but you're missing the point, though.
What is the point?
I've been in the Suburban with like 8 people going up to the
Me
middle,
too.
to the middle of nowhere.
Me too. I was in an RV.
I know. I don't want to hear that.
I was
You're missing the point.
no,
no.
I was in an
stop,
RV.
Stop,
no, you don't tell me to stop. I was in an RV
Listen, no.
when I was 12 years
No.
old. There
You're
was
missing the point.
12 of us
You're
that went
missing
to
the
Niagara
point.
Falls, and it was miserable.
You're missing the
It was
point.
miserable.
You're missing the point.
Niagara Falls, beautiful.
You're missing
the
the
drive
point.
there, miserable.
If you would stop interrupting me so somebody
All
can
right.
make another
All
point.
right, go. Please make a
Did
point.
you not enjoy being with the other people? Because you're such a miserable person. Is that the point? Is like you're traveling and you're so miserable, but you don't enjoy the time spent and the experience with the other people?
The other people that were asleep most of the time? No.
No. You mean to tell me you've
On the
never
way to
gone-
Miami, I literally popped a pill because you told me to and fell asleep.
Because you
Gina was asleep. There was no time spent with the people
saying
there.
on road trips and things of that nature.
Now, road trips is a little bit different, but no.
See,
Yes. No. Okay.
No,
Okay.
see
okay.
my point?
No. Wait. I'm being.
It's like-
I'm being difficult,
You're
and
being
I
difficult about
understand
it.
what you're saying.
It's-
yes,
it's-
it's the
it's the
journey there,
thing.
and road trips are somewhat different in that you
Yes.
can talk and have a good time.
there's
I give you
things
that.
going on, and like it's not about being comfortable.
But what about flights? On flights, everybody just wants to drink and fall asleep and wake up there.
That's fine.
You told me that. You told me to do that.
Because you wouldn't
But
stop
you're
rapping.
acting. But you're acting like when I want to fly to the Maldives, that's what, like, enjoy the journey. What journey?
It is. It's interesting.
Well, I disagree. But okay.
No. You're missing the whole. You're missing the whole aspect of it because you're focusing on the end of it. You're focusing on the experience of it.
You're not in now.
I feel like we're having a philosophical discussion.
It is. Because what it
Okay.
is, it's simply
Because you're ignoring everything that's within the travel.
Philosophy of fools.
I remember
Name of
this clearly
podcast, by the way.
of somebody telling me once that hard work is its own reward. And I remember thinking as a young man, I don't understand that. What do you mean? They're like, you feel good when you work hard. Mm-hmm. not what you get from it. Just the fact that you worked hard doing something is invigorating.
Because
And I can firmly remember the first time I did something that was insanely hard, not particularly materially productive.
What was it?
I'm not telling you because it doesn't matter. It's not the point because you sidetrack everybody
But I
by
wanna know
asking
what it
questions.
was.
I'm not telling you.
Oh, that's why I want to know what it was.
I'm not telling you.
Was it chopping wood?
No, I'm not telling you. The
What
point
was it?
because I'm not
Why
telling
won't
you
you tell me?
because you're derail points by asking questions.
You don't like to have discussions.
I'm telling. Well,
I
you
just
keep
like to
interrupting
know.
me. I'll tell you later. But the point is
Email me.
that experience of understanding, oh, this is what it feels like to be uncomfortable and accomplish
It
something.
was chopping wood a bit.
And so when you go and do something that's uncomfortable
Like chopping wood.
and you accomplish something, or
Wood chop.
you have an experience that's difficult,
Burning that wood.
camping or something of that nature.
Oh, camping. You were chopping wood.
No,
You were chopping wood.
I'm saying like going somewhere, walking
okay.
somewhere, hiking whatever it might
Oh,
be.
God, I hate hiking.
That-
I'm neither clean, comfortable, or cool hiking. Go
But
ahead.
the point is, your comfort,
You agree, don't you? Okay.
your
well, that no one is. What do you mean?
Exactly.
your
exactly.
comfort is not what you're after. It's to accomplish something. It's to be a part of something. It's to know that you can do something. And that's when people say they want to travel and go in places. That's what they mean. When people say they like to travel, they don't mean rent a jet and fly somewhere and look at something. There's like hardly anybody who does that on a regular basis. Rich people who have all the money in the world
Yeah.
don't do that. They don't fly to places and so stare at stuff. The people who actually travel the most and do those types of things that are adventurous, they're going to do hardships, to do activities, to experience things. That's what they're doing. That misconception of this Instagram thing, which is fake by your own admission.
Oh, yeah.
All that's fake. People
But I'm
don't
not.
do that.
I understand that, but I do still want to see things.
I know.
I want to see the Grand Canyon.
Well, you can see. I'm saying is that you seeing it. This is the point I'm making. This is as clear as I can make it. You seeing it with no hardship is as equally and exactly the same experience of you seeing it on Instagram. You have not experienced anything different because you did not deserve it. You did not earn it. You did not experience it.
It's
you just
repetitive.
happened to be there and looking at it. It would have been the same if you had pulled up a picture or looked on Instagram because you have denied your psyche the experience, the preparation, everything that would recall to your mind that experience. You have denied yourself that by being completely comfortable, by being completely in your same complete bubble.
Mm-hmm.
But you just happen to take your bubble and be somewhere else. That is not how you experience something. You experience by the smell. Like there is a distinct smell that you have when you have been out hiking in the woods and you're tired and there's all these things, this feeling that you get. And everything that you see from that point on is burnt into your brain. It is so vivid because the discomfort. It creates neural pathways in your brain because of the experience yourself. And that hike, that effort, that everything that you go through is an experience that is with you and you can recall it. People who hop on a jet plane, who take everything with them and fly to some mountain and stare at it, you won't remember it by the time you get back. It means nothing to you because you have robbed yourself from the proprioceptive experience that you would get from the hardship. That is why people climb Everest. That is why people kayak down the rapids. So that's my point, is that you going and looking at something, it's great, that's fine. But to actually have the experience, you have to suffer.
I agree with a great deal of that.
You should, because that's 100% correct. Anybody who disagrees with me is an
Not
idiot.
necessarily. But that's also like saying, but you're saying I can't appreciate something without suffering.
No, you can appreciate artwork without having to paint.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
But no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that when you say you want to go see something,
Right.
and you like to travel.
I do not say I like to travel.
Or you want to go see
I
something.
want to go see something. I do not like to travel.
Right. But those are two different things. For instance,
Okay, well now you're separating these, and you did not do that in your previous statement 10 seconds ago.
no. I'm not separating them. So
Okay.
here's the thing. You like to read, right?
Yes.
But do you like to understand?
Yes.
Two separate things.
Yes.
I know a lot of people who read.
Reading comprehension.
I'm not just talking about reading comprehension. I'm talking about people who will read a book and say, yeah, I've read Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are people who will read a book and say, did you notice how Shelley mentioned, and have you noticed this thread that was all throughout about loss and who the monster is and the deep insight into it? Those are two separate things, completely different experiences. So when people say, I like to travel, or I want to see this, or I want to see that, people
I don't
miss.
like to travel.
I'm not. Quit saying that, because that's not my point. When you want to
feel like it
see
is.
something, no, it's not. When you want to see something,
You're equating one with the other.
no, I'm not. When you want to see something, people who like to see stuff and to experience it, that's what they think you're saying. That's what they think you mean. You want to go and have this experience. You want to go and be able to recall it and to have it in its whole, when really what you're saying is you just want to look at something. They're two separate things. It's kind of like the complete difference of going to a restaurant, a nice restaurant, and eating at that restaurant. It's not the same if you go get the food and take it home. Completely different experience.
Okay, I get that.
Right? It's a completely different experience if you could teleport and go look at Mount Fuji as opposed to having to trek and get there and experience it and appreciate it. Because looking at things and admiring their beauty, you cannot do that. And like to your point, you're saying like you don't appreciate it. I would argue that you cannot appreciate it if you do not put in the effort to actually have to not just conceptualize it, but to earn it. It's different when you see something and there has been an experience to get you there. Does that make sense?
I think, yes, you might be making
Right.
some headway on
So
me.
that's
Because that kind of lends to the whole, basically like spoiled and unspoiled. It's like, if you have kids that have always just been used to a certain way of life, then they don't appreciate the small things like this or that. Like if you have somebody that's you raise and they, I'm not the wordsmith you are.
But yeah, I understand what you mean by it. Like their experience of it, they appreciate something because they didn't have it.
Right.
There is something to be said when you go through something, and that whole experience is wrapped up in that visualization. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
I think you may have made some headway on that.
And
I understand.
I'm not saying that. I understand. Everybody wants at times, and there's nothing wrong with having.
It puts context to it. Like, say, I want to see the Aurora Borealis.
Right.
I want to go to Alaska and experience that. But that's something that I want to see because of stuff in life, and I've seen them in pictures, and I really want to see that. But if I just, bam, as a small child, saw the Aurora Borealis without any context, I'd be like, oh, yeah, there's some lights in the sky. Big deal.
So my father was a big hunter, and I have zero interest in hunting.
Me either.
And I remember him taking me hunting and thinking, this is going to be an awful experience because I don't want to kill nothing. I don't want to have to kill nothing. Do I have to take a gun? I don't want to do nothing. No, but you have to go hunting with me. And I thought hunting was you go and you shoot something. You go and find something and you kill it, and that's it. I did not understand until I went with him that it was this experience, that the shooting some deer with a bow and arrow was not even a very small percentile.
It's almost a spiritual experience.
It was the whole being in the woods, seeing and smelling and going out and the experience wrapped up in it. And going with him and thinking, oh, this is what it's like. That to this day, I can walk down the Walmart aisle hunting section. When they set out in September, all the hunting stuff, and the smell.
So what you're
takes me
saying,
back.
I got you. You know, you just made it click.
Yeah.
So it's like eating a hamburger, a venison burger, as opposed to having gone out and hunting that deer yourself.
The best cup of coffee I've ever had. Have I ever told you the story?
Yes, you have. I don't remember the details, but it was like because of where you were and what you were doing.
Right. It was because the first fire I ever fought.
That's right. Yeah.
So that experience, I remember that fully. And to this day, when I drink nasty Folgers coffee, that whole experience is back with me. And it is because I went through an experience, and that's there. I think that people, like yourself, when you say you want to go look at something, and I'm not knocking that. There's nothing wrong with going and looking at something. But you rob yourself of the true experience of actually being able to recall and be present in that moment again, I think is what I'm trying to say. There are moments in time. It's just like in board gaming. There are certain board games that the experience, the fact that people make top 10 lists of their best experiences in board gaming and things that have happened that they will always remember that took place in a game, it is because that game invoked feelings and thoughts and ideas and visualizations that forever are burned into you. That's the same as going and traveling and looking at something, if that makes sense.
I got you. You know what?
So,
For once, you've changed my mind.
so thus,
and I agree with you.
to do something of that nature, to actually
It's
have
like-
that experience, you have to suffer.
Well, I was
sometimes.
thinking like there's a cologne I like the smell of. But then there's a cologne I like the smell of because when I smell it, it makes me think of everything that happened, what all was going on when I was a kid and we were at my best friend's house and we were just hanging out and that was his dad's cologne and I like the smell of it.
That's super weird. But that's okay.
But it was like, I remember the smell
Was
of
it
this
Brute?
cologne.
Brute
That
aftershave?
was your car noir. I love the way it smelled.
Yeah.
But like I see what you're saying though. It's the whole experience as well. So yes, I see what you're saying. It's like I remember going to Niagara Falls because
Right.
we rode in that frickin' RV.
Yes.
12 of us all the way, and it was miserable. But I remember all that fondly now in nostalgia, hindsight. And we went to go see Niagara Falls, and like that trip to Niagara Falls wouldn't be the same if I just was there, and then flew back. Like, oh yeah, saw Niagara Falls again.
Right.
You know what? You're right.
But you have to have that experience, and that's why I think it's good to take cold showers every once in a while. It's good to do stuff that makes you uncomfortable,
Get out of your comfort
that
zone.
makes you stressed, because you're able to tolerate and realize that whenever you're uncomfortable and in a situation, that thing that they always say about it's not the journey, it's not the destination, it's the journey, whatever, that switches on where you are just appreciating what you're going through and it becomes part of an experience
I
rather
agree.
than just
You know what?
being there.
Usually you irritate me when you go on these long explanations, but this time you've actually opened my eyes and changed my
Well,
mind.
I'm glad. That's what I'm here for.
and I appreciate that about you.
And that's what I appreciate.
Enrique, what did you appreciate about your journey to Belize? Anything stand out? Like you couldn't even remember anything until we specifically asked questions.
Did you finish your antibiotics?
What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure, like,
You didn't go on antibiotics?
okay.
That mosquito bit you?
Okay. Oh, you mean this?
the holes in your head?
Yeah. Yeah, what is that?
What is that on your
I
hand?
don't know.
I asked him.
He doesn't
Enrique
know.
has. I gotta take a picture.
We don't know what that is. He come back and we don't know what that is.
Enrique has large scars on his hand. We went to go see Jurassic World with his family. A bunch of us went to go see it, and I see Enrique for the first time in a long time. I say, Enrique, what is on your hand? These large scars, tattoos, whatever, the birthmarks. He does not know where they came from.
You've caught some sort of viral, bacterial, or some
Like-
fungus, a Belizean
like-
Ebola.
fungus.
The thing is that it didn't sting, it didn't hurt, it just appeared. It's just there.
It's just there, and you do not know what it is. That's
like
so bizarre.
it's not bothering me, so like it hasn't
doesn't
affected.
itch?
No, it doesn't itch. It hasn't affected me.
And you've not
whatsoever.
thought to seek a physician?
No, like if it's not bothering me, I see no.
I mean,
reason.
no. I mean, it's having a random 8 centimeter wide lesion show up on your hand after traveling to a foreign country. Nothing to worry about.
No.
He says, I am lesion.
I would. That's good. You're gonna die of syphilis.
That is interesting, Enrique.
Your
Like
ears are
you
gonna fall off.
don't know where
That
what
could
it
be
is.
leprosy. You could have gotten
And now you've infected us. Thank you very much.
leprosy.
If it infected you, you were already have it.
I would go to the doctor and say, what the crap is this?
His hair's falling out.
Now that is something I would just kind of give up on life on.
Wouldn't that be weird?
Oh, really? You would give up life if your hair fell out?
I would give up on life.
Well, look
What
at
if-
me.
what
I'm a
if-
true warrior then, I guess. I fought through the battle of not giving up on life because my hair fell out.
Yeah, it's just.
If you were,
Hey, don't let your hair define you is all I can say.
Yeah, I know.
what? It's fine. Just because your hair falls out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it doesn't mean that you can't be
Freaking out.
successful.
Look at me.
Or it's not like
You can poop in the woods.
all the people that I know that are bald or going bald are fine people. They all have, lives of some sort.
Yeah.
They're not pariahs.
Look, I'm in here making podcasts, playing board games with my buddies.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at me.
see,
Look at me.
your hair is not an advantage to you.
No.
Well, it's more like I guess it's more. I personally like my hair.
It's something that brings you joy.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this
Did
episode.
we talk about board games?
No, because we didn't have anything.
Hey,
We always have.
let's reference back to Carnegie and Chaos Order. 2 good games. Play them.
That's not.
No? Well, we referenced them.
Like
You said you had board game banter, not banter.
he
I did, but
He said he had a topic.
Yeah,
he
he had
said he had a
topics.
topic, and he did not
And
mention anything.
He didn't give a specific
Instead-
topic. He just said
instead-
topics.
Instead, we talked philosophically about life and journeys and travels and destinations versus the journeys, and I think that's good enough.
Like,
What's your favorite journey, Saul?
Mine is this one I just listened to called "Any Way You Want It."
That's the way you need it. They sung that?
Yeah. Actually, though, there was one on Stranger Things that just come up, and I cannot think for the life of me what it is.
Is that show still going on?
Yes.
It's going to keep
Why?
going on.
It's really good.
I thought,
Really good.
I thought it was a one-time thing, and then it just
I
died
must
off.
be the only
Yes,
person
it was
who
on.
doesn't
It
like
was on one
Stranger
season
Things.
ago, and that's it, Enrique.
I'm not. I must be the only person
Like,
who doesn't like.
I
Stranger
feel
It's in
like
its
that was
fourth season.
I feel like that was either
Headed to its 5th. It was so
Why?
popular, it crashed Netflix.
No, it shouldn't have been that popular.
It crashed
It-
Netflix yesterday.
It's
the most popular show
series like
ever to be on Netflix.
A series like that needs to only
Actually,
have
Squid Game was, but-
1 or 2, maybe 3 series, not 4 or 5.
I'm not going to say I disagree with you.
It's just like it becomes
It's-
slightly
it's-
bland.
They've lost
It's
their
just-
way. They're kind of coming around, but yeah.
It's just they need to just give.
That first season, perfection. They could have ended it there, and it would have been the greatest show. It would. You know how people talk about Firefly? Oh, Firefly, blah blah. It was 11 episodes because it's gone. Stranger Things would have been probably like just regarded in the hallowed halls of TVdom that is the greatest show of all time. But they come out with a second season, which was absolute garbage. Then they come out with a third season that kind of rectified it, but not really, still kind of weird. This 4th season has been a whole...
It's just nostalgia.
It's a lot of nostalgia.
That's all it is.
It's a lot of needle drops.
I've watched.
Just music after music after music, and they evoke emotion with the music. It does the job. I'm not gonna
watched
lie.
the first season of it.
I wish I
and
could remember the
said
song. they
it's
sang.
Doctor Who. It's just a Doctor Who episode that's going on
Except
for 4 seasons.
I've never really watched Doctor
Except 11 uses the Force, but other than that,
And it's
all right. So
incredibly
we should have ended this.
banal.
Banal.
and
What does
just-
that mean?
It's
What, banal?
generic
Banal?
and cliche and not. Yeah,
All right. Well,
nobody. Yeah,
I'll probably cut all this out
You'll be fine.
because we talked about a show that is super popular. But I'll leave it in Stranger Things, and I'll put that in the show notes. Like Stranger Things, tag it, make it a thing. All right. I'm the host, Gabi.
What?
There's Jerry.
This is
Thank you for tolerating this episode of the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.